Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. The date is Tuesday, September 12th, 2017, and the time is approximately 7 p.m. I want to acknowledge my newest YouTube channel subscribers. They are Alice Citern Sotheby and Elf and Tarot, which I love that. Elf and Tarot, that sounds so cool. I want to shout out to Gothica. And I want to thank those of you who have already uploaded video replies, or VRs for short, to either my very second tarot tag, hashtag Sept Tarot tag, and or my very second, as opposed to my very first, Oracle card tag, hashtag Sept Oracle tag. I haven't watched any of them yet at this moment. I know that this past weekend I had an amazing money miracle. I actually was hired to give readings at a special event in another state, and that took precedence over anything else. And also, I've been doing a lot of errand running and things like that today, so I'm a little tired. Not too much, but a little tired. And I finally read a James Patterson novel. Excuse me, I'm reading a James Patterson novel for the first time in a long, long time. As most of you know, I've become not only, well, I've been a crazy cat guy or a crazy cat man for a while, but I have become crazy for cozy mysteries as opposed to cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So you know what I mean. Anyway, what I wanted to do is do something that I have not been able to do in a long time, and that is show you some of my personal favorite tarot decks. And in case you're wondering, yes, there is going to be an Oracle card deck edition as well that's coming up. But of course, being the Tarot Man, that's the one that you're going to see first. So in several of my videos, I have showed the Mythical Goddess Tarot, created by the late and great Sage Holloway, illustrated by the current and great Catherine Skaggs. And I've already reviewed this video. I've already reviewed this deck in a video. I'm sorry I'm out of frame. The High Priestess card flew out of the deck. Since I have already reviewed this deck, in fact, I think this was one of my very first tarot deck review videos. I'm not going to show every card like I did then, but I am going to show you the back of the card. And I also did a deck interview spread with this particular tarot deck. So I know Two Spirit has a close connection to Gaia, so there's Gaia in the Mythical Goddess Tarot, which for some bizarre reason I keep calling the Mythological Goddess Tarot. And Ishel is so appropriate for the Moon card, since she is a Moon goddess. I love all these beautiful images. And I don't remember the correspondence with regards to the court cards, but they have been renamed. I'm not going to show you all, but I will show you a few more. I love this one. The Ace of Seas, more commonly known as the Ace of Cups, is subtitled Ecstasy, and it's a respelling of ecstasy. It's spelled capital E-C-S-T-A hyphen capital S-E-A. Ecstasy. Yamaya. So appropriate. Oh, wait a minute. This is Trump 9, which is the Hermit card. Well, I guess she has a bit of a hermit side to her. I never thought about that. Then again, she was originally the guardian of the cemetery, so that could be it. The Child of Earth would be the Page of Pentacles in a more traditional tarot deck. And of course, Sophia, the Gnostic goddess of wisdom, appropriately on the card more commonly known as the Hierophant, but in this tarot deck renamed as the Wise Woman. It is a goddess-oriented deck after all, and of course, So many of us love and adore Guanxi, the Chinese goddess of mercy, compassion, and forgiveness. So, as I've mentioned in a few of my previous videos, especially in the last few months, this is the tarot deck that I always have in my bag, my day bag, if you will, when the moon is waxing, going from new to full. However, when the moon is waning, I have the Dark Goddess Tarot by Ellen Lorenzi Prinz, which I clearly did not shuffle and close down after using it this past weekend. So I'm a naughty tarot reader for not doing that. But this is the back of the card design. It looks like dragon scales to me. I could be wrong, but I will ask a dragon expert. Yes, my awesome audiovisual person is a dragon expert. And I love that some of these goddesses I'd never heard of. For example, Laverna, the Roman goddess of thieves. So that would make her the feminine counterpart of Mercury, since Mercury, or Mercurius, is the Roman god of thieves as well. Mamiwata. She is a goddess whose name comes up for me a lot. And I need to spend some time with her and say, hey, what's going on? Ishel. And this is another deck where the cards have been renamed. This is the second goddess-themed tarot deck where my celestial mother, the ancient Egyptian goddess Osset, more commonly known as Isis, is on the Magician card. The first time I saw her on this card was in Chris Walter's The Goddess Tarot. And again, very appropriate to be on that card. Nine of Earth, Nine of Pentacles, Bladawith. And this is actually, from what I understand, the Welsh pronunciation of her name. I could be wrong, it's one of those languages that's like, you know. Siren of Water, of course, Aphrodite. And on the Sun card, one of my other favorite Egyptian goddesses, Sekhmet, the ancient Egyptian lioness-headed goddess of magic, prophecy, carnal lust, healing, and the scorching heat of the sun. Ereshkigal for the Seven of Earth, or the Seven of Pentacles. Samonbila, who is a Slavic goddess, who is a forest goddess and a goddess of animals. She is the Slavic Lady of Beasts, which is a popular title for the goddess in general. Pele, Amazon of Fire. I believe this is equivalent to Knight of Wands. Witch of Air, Oya. Queen of Swords. And of course, Santísima Muerte, or La Santa Muerte on the Death card, which is on the cover of the box. And one of my personal favorite ancient goddesses, Ishtar. Ishtar is the morning star and the evening star. Ishtar does battle in the day, and she is the sacred seductress at night. And she rides a chariot pulled by a lion. Oh, I love her. Baubo. Baubo is a funny Greek goddess. She is the Greek equivalent of Uzume. And Baubo wanted to cheer up Demeter when her divine daughter Persephone was abducted. So what did Baubo do? She lifted up her skirts and showed off her wisecrack. Goddesses have their funny stories, their sacred stories. Nine of Air, Nine of Swords, the Irish Banshee. And a nod to one of my beautiful kittens and cats, Seven of Fire, Seven of Wands, Durga, a Hindu warrioress goddess who does battle by riding on the tiger. That confirms that cats do name themselves. And of course, an acknowledgement to Two-Spirit, Gaia, Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles. Now, I'm going to set this aside. I will absolutely close down this deck once I finish this video. I'll put it here so I can remember. I want to show you a unique Majors Only deck. It's called the Sylph Tarot. And what I love about this deck is that it was a birthday gift. And the interesting thing was, let me show you the cover of the box. According to the information on this card, published as a limited edition of 100 copies. And this one says Art Tarots number 4. By the way, tarots is an acceptable plural of tarot decks. And I love that it's numbered 37. And guess what? I actually received this as a birthday gift for my 37th year. So I love that the universe will always remind me that this was a birthday gift for me for turning 37. This is the back of the card design. And it's very unique. Some of the cards are renamed. For example, the High Priestess card is called the Pollinator. And I will show you most of these. This is the Hierophant. And by the way, this was a bit of foreshadowing from the universe because, as some of you know, the butterfly has become such a sacred symbol to me. I love the Wheel of Fortune card with this zodiacal wheel with the butterfly in the center of the sun. The Suspended One, more commonly known as the Hanged Man. And look at this beautiful image of death. You have the butterfly as like a sleep mask over the woman's face. For the most part, they're in order. Oh, hold on. Because I know that Two Spirit loves the Devil card and the Death card. So this is the Devil card, and I love the lunar phases at the top. It's a variation on a theme, and I love the theme. Look at this Moon card with the moon tree. And look at this sun. It's beautiful. Oh yes, that's another. It's black and white. And even though at the top of this card you see a butterfly, underneath the butterfly you see an owl. Makes sense for the Judgment card. And I love this deck. I almost never use it, but it's, for me, it's a sacred thing because it was a birthday gift. And of course, thank you to Spirit, because I happen to love the Master Tarot deck by Astrology Answers. I know that in one of actually it was in Two Spirits VR to Ember Honeyraven's Arwen Lynch inspired hashtag Tell Me Tarot. He talked about how he doesn't like the advertising on cards. But the thing I will tell you about this deck is that I love that before I turn over the card, I can tell if it is upright or reversed. I very rarely, if ever, use reversed cards in my client readings. I never use them for myself. If a card comes out reversed, I will interpret it solely from the perspective of blocked energy. And I find that that works well for me. I remember reading an article that the Mary K. Greer had written in one of Llewellyn's tarot annuals. And she wrote about how one can interpret reversed cards as an indication of blocked energy. So let's say, for example, I was giving a reading and the Ace of Cups came out reversed, meaning upside down. I would be inclined to interpret this card as if the client was blocked from receiving love from the universe, from others, from themselves. I would say that there are probably some emotional issues that they need to work on so that they can be radiating centers of divine love healing energies. And again, I will not show you every card. I know that I'm long overdue to review this deck, although there are several others that have already done so, but I still want to do that. And believe me, I need to like crack the whip on myself to like start doing these deck review videos that I keep talking about. Now, one of my other personal favorite tarot decks is the Art Nouveau Tarot by Matt Myers. I love the back of the card design. I love that the universe, the goddess, showed me this beautiful blue and gold silk run arcana case from Tarotista. That's the name of the Etsy shop. And I definitely reviewed, I didn't review it, I actually talked about the tarot bags and tarot containers that I have so far in a previous video. Okay. I love the High Priestess card in this deck. And it's called the Priestess in this deck. Or actually Priestess, really. And there's Lady Justice. In this tarot deck, the pentacles have been renamed coins. So this is the King of Coins, Mr. Moneyman as I call him. 8 of Cups. 9 of Cups. 3 of Swords. 3 of Staves. Staves is the plural of staff. In this tarot deck as well, pardon me, the suit of wands are renamed staves. Knight of Coins. Let me show you a few others. 4 of Staves. Knight of Swords. 10 of Cups. The Fool. 10 of Swords. Let me show you a few more and then I'll go to the next one. Queen of Coins. Judgment. Look at this angel, ain't he fun? And Queen of Cups. I love this tarot deck. I love using it. And I've noticed this year especially, I use this tarot deck fairly often. Meaning that during one new moon to dark moon, I'll use it. And then the next new moon to dark moon, I won't. And then the one after that, I will. I don't do that intentionally. It just seems to work out that way. I tend to use this particular tarot deck for readings, or have it available for readings, or have it as one of the decks to use for readings periodically. I would say every other new moon to dark moon is when I'm using it. Now, we all know how much I love feline-themed tarot decks, and this is one of my personal favorite ones. It is called the Mythical Cats Tarot, created by Linnea Weatherstone, illustrated by the Mickey Muller, who illustrated both the Well-Worn Path and the Hidden Path, 2 Wiccan-themed and Wiccan-inspired divination decks created by, or rather co-created by Raven Grimassi and his wife Stephanie Taylor, who I now know has changed her last name to Grimassi. And this is the High Priestess card. As some of you may know, the High Priestess card is astrologically linked to the moon, and amethyst is absolutely a lunar crystal. I love the back of the card design as well. Just beautiful. 5 of Fire. This is another tarot deck where the suits are renamed with the elemental associations. 4 of Fire, which would be 4 of Wands. 10 of Sea. 10 of Cups. The World. Ace of Sky. Ace of Earth. Ace of Swords. Ace of Sky is Ace of Air. 3 of Sea. And I love that the cats are playing or laying in next to a sea lion. Or it could be a seal, but I think it's a sea lion. 8 of Earth. 6 of Sky. 2 of Fire. 7 of Fire. Fire King, which would be equivalent to the King of Wands. 2 of Sea, 2 of Cups. Sea Tom, which would be equivalent to Knight of Cups. Sky Kitten, which would be Sky Kitten. Yes, Knight of Air. Demon Cat, the Devil. Nine of Sky. Nine of Swords. And let me show you one more. Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles. And I love how there's this huge feline paw print on the tree. And I'm going to show you one more tarot deck, and then I'm going to begin to wrap up this video, because there are other tarot decks that I will happily show y'all in the future. Yes, I have a magic drawer. Actually, I have a few magic drawers. Yes. Now this one is one of my other personal favorite feline-themed tarot decks. It's called the Cat's Eye Tarot by Deborah M. Gibbon, DVM. What I love about this deck is that it was created by a feline veterinarian. Now, how cool is that? She created the deck, she illustrated the deck, and she is intimately familiar with a feline's physiology. Perfect. That's like a triple threat. The High Priestess, and I love the back of the card design. Look at this cute little kitty. The World, the Chariot, the Hanged Kitty, also known as the Hanged Man, Four of Pentacles, the Star, Four of Swords. And by the way, the court cards in each of these decks, it is the same breed of cat in all of the court cards. So the King, Queen, Knight, and Page of Pentacles, it's the same breed, which I believe is a tabby. What would you say? Yes, it is a tabby. And all the Pentacles cards depict tabbies, like the Six of Pentacles. The Empress, the Queen of Swords. So in the Swords cards, all of the cats are Siamese, which is so interesting because one of my clients had a beautiful Siamese cat named after a king. And one time he bit me. Now, he didn't bite me out of malice, but he bit me to get my attention. And he bit me very hard, and I would say almost hard enough to break the skin. Almost, but he didn't break the skin. Three of Cups, depicting a beautiful older woman who is happily feeding the cats that she loves and adores. Knight of Wands. Seven of Cups with those tuxedo cats. I think it's a tuxedo cat. Let me ask my awesome audiovisual person. Yes, tuxedo cat. Believe it or not, I don't know all the breeds. And this is the advertisement card that I use as a blank card or an unknowable card. You know, I never noticed that before. All of the cards have the copyright information. Yeah, US Game Systems does that a lot, but not with all of their decks, I've noticed. Because I have the Morgan Greer Tarot, which was also published by US Game Systems, and I don't see the copyright on every card. I could be wrong. The Hermit, the Magician, and of course it's a black cat. Cute little black cat. It's so funny, it's as if he's holding wands in each of his forepaws. What a curious death card. I never really noticed it before. Queen of Wands, and of course, wands traditionally correspond to fire, so we have these orange cats. And the Wheel of Fortune. So these are some of my personal favorite tarot decks. Clearly, not an extensive list, but more than a few. And I will definitely be creating one just for Oracle card decks. But in the meantime, if you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I invite you to do so. I invite you to make sure you click the bell icon or ring that bell. That way you will receive notifications as to when I have uploaded a video. Also, if you have not already scheduled a reading, I invite you to do so. And if you have not already registered for my upcoming very first Divine Prosperity event, I invite you to do that as soon as possible as well. You are more than welcome to contact me via my email address, thetarotman@excite.com, if you need more information about readings, other kinds of sessions, my Divine Prosperity event, registering for them, etc. You can also watch some of the other videos I've created about that. And I think that's it for now. I wish you all many blessings and a beautiful evening.